Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Player vs Developer. My name is Pietro and for today's episode we are going to play Lies of P. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's a retake of an already existing formula. If you are a fan of the Dark Souls franchise or Bloodborne, Elden Ring, you should definitely at least try Lies of P. There are definitely differences, but for this episode we're going to focus on the combat system. I believe that the combat in this game is extremely fun and it should definitely be given recognition. I hope you enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe if you do, and let's get into it. Okay guys, I have already finished the game as per usual, otherwise I wouldn't be analyzing it. I like to play a full game before I do, just to get a full picture of all the mechanics and everything else. For this episode in particular, I'm going to be starting from this point, which is the Krat Central Station lobby. I am currently using the Two Dragon Sword. I really love this weapon. I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to Japanese style weapons. It's really cool, although we have many more to try. I also quite like this one, the Azure Dragon Crescent Glaive. It's not really upgraded for the time being, so I'm not sure how much damage it will deal, but I do enjoy its moveset. It's really nice. Considering that... Alright, chill. Considering that it's quite... Considering that the weapon is not upgraded, is actually not bad in terms of damage. This guy is quite big, seems. Let's see if we manage to stagger him. That was close. Oh. Okay, I feel like I first need to get rid of smaller enemies if I want to deal with that guy. He seemed to be quite... Oh, no anymore. I was gonna say he seems to be quite close to being staggered, but the flash disappeared, so... Nice. Nice. I love this visceral attack, it's really cool. Bang! Oh, I just wasted my Fable slots. I didn't mean to press triangle. It's fine. I love this Legion arm, it's so cool. Let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite, guys. I really enjoy this one. Just being able to pull enemies, it's already really cool in itself. But the fact that you can just close in the distance instantly and just perform a pretty powerful attack just makes it a lot better even. This guy doesn't get staggered. My weapon is almost broken already. Bro, chill, I'm repairing my weapon. Nice. Okay, let's switch to the blade. Oh! These guys are disgusting. Oh yes, this is a nice amount of damage. Well, I think this weapon is max level, so it's kinda normal, but... Nice. I miss this game. Last time I've played it must have been probably maybe 4 months ago or so. So it's been a while. I've been playing the DLC of Elden Ring recently, so I've been quite immersed in that one. I did miss this though. The atmosphere is really cool. I think they did a great job with it. Hello.
Buy something and it'll help both of us.
Alright. Let's see what you've got. Military shovel blade. Yeah, why not? I like to collect weapons. It doesn't cost anything, so let's just get it. No, thank you. Bro, come on. I don't know why I would have thought these guys were heavier than that, but I could pull them, so yes, that's good. I need to be careful about the disruption. Need to break these rocks. I love this specific move. Just bang! It's so cool. It reminds me of Sekiro as well. Oh. Come here. You come here as well. This is not good. It's about to reach the peak. Oh. Whew. That was close. There seems to be a fairly tough guy up there. I need to get rid of this if I want to fight him. Now come here. You wish. You know how we have the arm that makes us feel like we're in Sekiro. We also have the moon veil, guys. Look. Boom. Amazing. Okay, I think we proceed from here. I don't really remember this area too much, which I guess is good because I can sort of experience it for the first time in a way. Nice, next Grace. Yes, I still call them Graces because I just finished playing Elden Ring, guys. Stargazer. Ooh. Let's see if we manage to sneak a visceral attack. No. Alright, chill. Come here now. Smashed you in the ground, bro. Who keeps shooting me? Come on, man. Be honorable. I'm fighting one-on-one. Bang! Yeah, these guys are too heavy to pull. Let's see if we have any other weapon to try. I really like this weapon, Proof of Humanity. This is one of my favorite ones. I love that it splits into two. It's so cool. Calm down, bro. Stop spitting on me. Oh shit. Okay, let's continue. What are you looking on the ground, bro? Oh shit. Phone's ringing.
And it's another lovely day in Crod City. What a time to be alive! Soon, this little dance of ours will come to an end. Will you stay with me too and face whatever is coming? For today's a new day, and we have to keep running. I knew that you
I like these riddles.
I find that refreshing. Blind confessions reveal one's true guilt. True confessions of blood being spilt. This one's black and white. A no or a yes. Is Geppetto's
Oof.
creation a killer? Confess.
This is tough. Oh man, I mean I do kill puppets. I don't think I've ever killed humans though. Depends on your moral code. I'm gonna say no.
Oh my goodness! You really are an incredible liar. Ashamed of lying? Or just the murder? I can't
Oh wait.
like
No, I think I did. I did kill an NPC before.
should reconsider that.
Oh man.
Yours. Or maybe there's no way you can. Perhaps it's part of becoming a man. You were so very wrong that I cannot believe it. But you did. We had a good time, I can tell. But now it's time for me to bid you farewell.
Alright. That's cool. Stop banging on people's door, man. Oh yeah, okay, I remember where we are. This is where there was I think the first boss. I enjoyed this fight. It was a good fight. And we just reached the hotel. Yeah. And we're back. This analysis will first break down the combat system to its very core principles, and then offer a more in-depth take on certain aspects of it. Let's now begin. There are many mechanics that altogether create the combat system that Lies of P has to offer. In order to get a clear view why I believe the combat system is not only extremely fun, but also very satisfying, we have to first understand these mechanics and their purpose. Let's begin with weapons. Weapons in Lies of P are quite unique. Sure, you have the classic curved sword or big pipe wrench, however you also have many incredibly weird ones, such as the salamander dagger, the pistol rock drill, the military shovel, the electric coil stick, and so on. What makes the weapon system even more interesting is the fact that most weapons are divided into two parts, blade and handle. Weapons can be dismantled and combined with each other, giving the player a very strong sense of customization and diversity. This also perfectly ties in, narratively, with the nature of P, who as a puppet should be able to be fully customizable. Each part of a weapon offers different characteristics to it. For example, the blade affects the base damage and the type of damage, as well as other aspects. The handle defines the moveset of the weapon, which defines whether this will be a more stab-based, slash-based, and so on. If combining blades and handles wasn't enough, each part of a weapon also offers a distinct fable art. Fable arts are basically unique skills that each weapon possesses. that the player can use by consuming Fable slots. In summary, when it comes to weapons, thanks to the addition of the weapon assembly feature, the game offers a very high diversity. Of course, the game is balanced well enough that if the player wanted to go through it purely using the starter weapon, they could. However, for more creative and curious players, this offers a great way to quench that thirst for new experiences. Let's now move on to various types of attacks. In Lies of P, there are several types of attacks that the player can perform. The most basic ones are the normal consecutive attacks, which are done by simply pressing the light attack button continuously and are usually good to deal a small amount of damage fairly quickly. Then you have the charge attacks, which on the other hand are hard-hitting blows that are used to potentially stagger enemies and build their groggy points. Let's discuss the differences between critical attacks, sneak attacks, and what groggy points are. Groggy points are basically the equivalent of stagger points in Soul games. If the bar above the enemy will flash with a white border, the enemy will be unable to move for a set period of time, and the player can perform a critical attack. Critical attacks, or fatal attacks, are very strong attack combos that can be performed when an enemy is completely staggered. These are known as visceral attacks in Dark Souls and Bloodborne. These combos usually deal a very high amount of damage, therefore most players will try their hardest in order to stagger enemies and be able to perform the attack. On the other hand, sneak attacks or backstabs can be performed by approaching enemies from behind. These attacks deal a very high amount of damage and usually are used by players when they don't want to get overwhelmed by multiple enemies at the same time, and therefore they choose to take them out one at a time. Let's now discuss guarding and dodging. Depending on the type of player that you are, you might find yourself to guard or dodge more. The game allows for both. The most basic and perhaps intuitive way to avoid damage is to get out of harm's way by dodging. The player can either dodge by rolling or dashing. Another way to avoid enemy damage is blocking. By successfully guarding an enemy attack, players will be able to take reduced damage at the expense of some stamina. The amount of damage mitigated will become guard regain, which means that while guard regain is active, as indicated by a lighter shade of red on the HP bar, attacking enemies will gradually recover HP. Guard regain is lost over time. Perfect guard also exists. This mechanic, also known as perfect parries in Sekiro, allows the player to block an enemy attack in its entirety, if the player manages to execute it. Player must time their block perfectly in order to trigger a perfect guard. Despite this is definitely one of the hardest mechanics to master, it does offer huge advantages in the long run, since it prevents 100% of the damage, breaks the enemy weapons, makes enemies staggerable, and protects you from fury attacks. But what are fury attacks? Let's talk about them. Fury attacks are attacks performed by enemies that players are unable to guard normally. Enemies will glow with a reddish aura right before the attack, providing instant visual feedback to the player that the attack is coming. This cannot be guarded without a perfect guard or dodge using the invincibility dodge frames. You either have to be far enough to avoid the attack completely or perform a perfect guard to block them. A very unique mechanic that Lies of P has to offer is weapon durability. When a weapon is used, each hit will decrease its durability. A weapon can be repaired through the use of an item called the Grinder. This, however, takes some time to do, and therefore the player has to either keep that into account before fighting an enemy, or find an opening to use it during the fight itself. A weapon that has reached low durability, indicated by a durability bar above the weapons becoming red, will have its attack lowered, and if zero durability is reached, the weapon will break entirely and cannot be restored during a run using the Grinder. Special grindstones can be equipped, which grant the weapon special effects when used, such as fire damage, electric damage, critical damage, and more. Another very interesting aspect about Lies of P
is the use of Legion arms. Legion arms are secondary weapons which possess a unique ability. Each of the arms can be upgraded in order to enhance the ability itself, making it more powerful and efficient. There are several different Legion arms that can be found throughout the game. Each arm offers a specific type of ability that can synchronize very well with the gameplay style of each player. Regardless of whether you are a more aggressive, defensive, strategic or range type of player, you will find the arm that suits you perfectly. Similar to its big brother, Dark Souls, Lies of P uses a weight system to keep the player on their toes. Depending on the weight of the equipped items, the player's movement speed and stamina recovery is decreased. Also, if the player reaches the actual weight limit, their speed is drastically reduced and they will be unable to roll. Weight capacity, just like any other stat, can be increased when leveling up. The leveling up system works pretty much the same as any other Soul-like. Lies of P is definitely a fun game and its combat system surely deserves recognition. I will admit that fighting some enemies can feel a little frustrating due to the clunkiness of some of their moveset. Yes, I'm talking about you, dear king of puppets. However, as a whole, the game really does a great job at using an existing formula and adding its unique touch to it, thanks to some very interesting mechanics that complement each other extremely well. As a player, I felt powerful thanks to the way weapons can be mixed and used and their fable arts. I also felt like I was offered a high variety of options, each with their unique pros and cons. Switching between weapons and being able to choose which fable art to use also makes each enemy encounter and combat scenario interesting, as you have to try and formulate the best strategy to take the enemy out, depending on their moveset and aggression. I would say that certain bosses are purposely designed to force you to learn the perfect guard, nameless puppet, or else you will have a very difficult time. However, even if you don't master the mechanic, you can still play through the whole game and overcome every challenge thrown at you. Overall, I think that Lies of P is a perfect example of a game that doesn't need to reinvent the wheel, but simply add its touch to it in order to make it better or simply different.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, both the gameplay and the analysis. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me on my opinion and most of the things I've said, or if you don't and you don't think that Lies of P is such a great game. Overall, I genuinely believe that it's an interesting take on an already existing formula. I think that most gamers would enjoy it, although it is definitely harder than the average video game, so that would depend mostly on whether you're more of a casual player or you're willing to spend hours persevere against bosses and difficult enemies and just progressing through areas. At the end of the day, it also depends on your skill level and whether you enjoy grinding and powering yourself up before facing a strong enemy. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Hopefully I will see you in the next episode. And also let me know down in the comment below if there is a specific game or section of a game that you would like to see me play and or analyze. See you next guys.